got you, yes he do. If you got spirit.
Today's reading is going to be How Do Men View You, Platonically and Romantic. Guys, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to thank the sponsor of this video, otterspirit.com, for sending me these beautiful crystal bracelets from their Mystic Halloween collection. I'm going to use that as the actual pile selection. So pick a card, pick with your third eye, not your first and second eye, while I talk about otterspirit.com, which is a spiritual jewelry and lifestyle brand inspired by animal symbolism and the natural world. They also create bracelets, necklaces, and tools to kind of help you stay grounded and aligned with your spirit. I'll be wearing the Otter Spirit bracelets in the video, like for each pile that you see, but they have packs for anything that you can think of. They have zodiac packs that come with like 3 different stones for your actual sign. They also have packs that are for specific intentions. So if you want to manifest more money, more love, healing, they have specific packs for that. So I really encourage you to check out their website. Right, you can also get 20% off by using the coupon code DAP20, as well as 30% off of orders $99 or more by using DAP30. I will put those in the actual description as well. But thank you so much to otterspirit.com. I love the fit. I normally get the mini ones. Like you'll see me wear the mini bracelets because I feel like I have a small wrist. So I love that they give you the option to get the full size or the mini bracelets as well. And they're very versatile. You can wear these with anything. But yeah, I encourage y'all to check them out. Thank you so much to Otter Spirit. But go ahead, pick out your piles. I will see you over there at your reading. Bye for now.
Spirit got you.
Pile number 1, welcome to your reading on How to Men View You. So you chose the Otter Spirit Unakite bracelet. I love this one. It's very pretty, very green. It is associated with the heart, the heart chakra, as well as the third eye. I think it's a very healing type of energy. So this is for like when you're going through something, if you're trying to do some shadow work, understand like your patterns and things, like also getting over say hardships and traumas. It's good for that, to kind of heal your emotional wounds, help you find some joy in this situation and kind of move forward. Every bracelet comes with an actual insert that kind of explains it for you, and it comes with affirmation. I love y'all know I love affirmations. It says, I find joy in each moment. It is, like I said, a healing stone. Is associated with Taurus, Scorpio, Cancer, and Virgo energy. Activates the heart chakra. So I think it helps you promote self-growth as well. And like I said, it encourages you to be authentic. Authentically, you tell your story, own your story, no matter what happens in your story. It helps you kind of integrate that and become a stronger person. We're going to roll the dice to kind of see what your energy is like. In terms of like your masculine energy, because we all have masculine and feminine energy, before we get into like how externally they view you. So we're gonna look at platonic and romantic, but rolling the dice. Cool. I see Saturn in Virgo in the 3rd house. All right, you may be drawing a pile number 2, but Saturn in the 3rd house, it speaks of like you're very serious when you speak. Like you may not be, I'm not saying you're a serious person all the time. It's more like when it matters, your words carry weight. And that's like saying like the things that you speak have power to them. So like masculine energy is how you get things, how you go after things, like how you like the drive and the energy of going after what it is that you feel like you want in life. Making things happen in the physical realm is masculine energy. So you have a lot of power in your words with that. Like you speak things into being, you write things into being, you think things into being. But it may not have always been the case. Would it been Saturn here? There's a very karmic soul energy there whenever I see Saturn, where it's something you may have had to learn, or something you had to understand about yourself before actually integrating that. So you had to learn that your words have power. You know, your words also have emotional consequences, right? And in Virgo, it's about all things work with you. Like you may be a Virgo watching this or have Virgo heavy in your chart. It's almost like your realm of expertise when it comes down to dealing with that masculine energy within yourself is at work. You are a boss. Like you make things happen. No matter if you work at the Krusty Krab, flipping Krabby Patties, all the way to being the CEO of a company, you make things happen. You are that's where your strengths are. The problem solver is kind of what I'm getting. You're the problem solver. And how that resonates in terms of like your relationship with the masculine energy itself is judgment, meaning that, and you speak truth. You bring people to their own like sense of calling. You help people understand what their calling is because you know what yours is. It's almost like part of your path in this lifetime will be to show others their path. So you may be healers or like counselors or people who just encourage. It's very much that, but you do it with a firm hand and a heavy dose of the truth. It's kind of what I'm getting. Now, how does that relate to like platonic men? Your friends, your family members, your neighbors, co-workers, people like that. It's the emperor. They see you as almost like a figure of authority. So you may work at a place where you're like maybe the only female, if you are female watching this. If you're a man watching this, it would make a lot of sense. Like if you're a man watching this, like this is your pile. But the emperor comes up saying like they respect you. Like your platonic men respect you. You may actually, for somebody I'm hearing, like take care of a father figure or take care of a grandparent or something like that. Like the roles reverse, where like they took care of you when you were a kid, now you have to take care of them, so to speak. You may have a great relationship with your dad, but on the flip side, you may also have like a terrible relationship with your dad, like, or an absent father. Absent father comes up heavy for somebody. For some part of this collective, absent father comes up heavy, and so that there was a wound that had to be filled by somebody else. So you may have had a really good uncle or a really good stepdad or something like that. But there's a wound there, centered around biological fathers for a lot of y'all. But for others, you have a great relationship with your dad. But take it how it fits. But you have this certain sense of drive and survival because it's like there's the energy of like I can't sit around and expect anyone to do anything for me. So you may have taken into overdrive to the point where like you are so self-sufficient, so contained that like you become a support system for like a lot of people. I see the Three of Swords in reverse. Yes, that just talks about like what I just said. You've been disappointed a lot in the past by your like maybe in your formative years by unstable men or irresponsible men, and so it made you become very, very responsible in your own life, to the point where like you don't want to be, it's almost an insult to you for someone to even assume that you want to be taken care of. I want to be loved. I want to be equals, but I don't want to be taken care of. Like, like you don't want to be infantilized either. Like, baby, I'm grown. Like, I'm real grown. Like, even when you was younger, I'm not a little girl. I'm not a little, like there's something very mature about you since the day you were born. You came out the womb just like grown as fuck. Like really though, like you came out the womb just grown, telling people about themselves. And it's like this is the energy you got. I don't know. I like it, but you are seen from your like at least your platonic men as somebody who don't take a whole lot of nonsense, and you don't necessarily give a whole lot of room for people to mess up sometimes. I think sometimes you may come across as intimidating to like say your masculine peers, your masculine loved ones. They may see you as somebody who is like, oh, don't ask them for help unless you want them to really get you together, because that's another thing. You will help and you will give them a helping hand. You're very generous, but you better put in more effort than I'm putting in. If I'm going to help you, I'm helping you, not doing it for you. And that is a thing for you. I'm talking in the stern tone, like, oh my God, like this is you. like you and don't get mad at me, because if you ask me for help and I'm like asking you questions, I'm pushing you, like I'm checking in, like, hey, did you do that? Hey, what did we talk about? We just talked about this. Like you are stern, or like, and it's like that's how you weed out people who aren't really serious. Like people ask you for help because they know you got the ability and the resources and just the drive to do it, no matter, like even if it's just support. But it's like they quickly back off. They quickly, never mind if they're not serious, because baby, you're gonna check in, you're gonna trust but verify. You are going to be on top of the ball, like on top of them. And it's like let's not waste each other's time. If you're not gonna put in more effort than I am and it's your life, I respect that. And at the end of the day, they have to as well. They have to just respect that. So I feel like there have been situations where you felt like there were lost causes, like you really wanted to help someone that you loved, and he didn't necessarily have his stuff together. He wasn't that serious about it. It may have broken your heart, dealing with like family members like that. Like we set you up. Like I got you everything you needed. I worked my ass off, and like you just ungrateful. And it's not, a lot of times it's not that they're ungrateful. It's that not everyone has that sense of ownership within them. There are some broken people in this world who are so broken that they are unable to see themselves in any light other than whatever they want to project out. So like, what I mean by that is like, there's some people who have been through so much trauma, been told that they are nothing, that they're less than, over and over again since the day they were born. And like, they can't take that from anybody else as an adult. They can't take accountability for their own messes. So they could actively mess up, do somebody wrong, like drop the ball, and it's everybody else's fault. It's everybody else's fault. It's your fault. And it's like, my fault? What? You asked me for help. And it's like, they cannot take accountability. And there's no amount of anything that you could have done for them to get them to see that they were the problem. I think on some subconscious level they know, but like actively they can't bring themselves to actually own that. And I think you've gone through that many times, to the point where like sometimes you may just like you see it real early. It's like I'm gonna have to remove myself, put up boundaries. Boundaries is your is your superpower. At this point, boundaries is your superpower, because it's like you don't have time to go through the emotional whiplash of someone like coming to you, asking you or sharing with you, needing this or wanting this, and you getting shut down, or you feeling like drained or hurt because like you can't help them, you know? So I think you put up little guard rails these days just because we don't have time for that. Like, I'm not going to sacrifice myself for you. I'll help you, but I'm not going to sacrifice myself for you. But I feel like with the lovers that comes up with that, you've been blessed with men around you who respect you, and you've seen them grow, or you've grown with them in a way where it's like it's mutual. Like there are people who in this life who will it don't matter how much time has passed, if you call them, they remember something that you said to them, did for them, and I'm here for you, I got you, what you need, you know? And it's like, and that's a very powerful energy. I think also you may have more male friends than female friends for some of y'all. You may have friends like that, like who are very protective over you because of how you have been there for them in ways that like, say if you are a female and you're interested in men, like your boyfriends and your partners don't get it. They be like, what? Especially the insecure ones, they don't get it. Like they feel intimidated by that, but it's like, this is what it is. If you got a problem with it, you can kick rocks. Like this is this is what it is. But speaking of romantic men, let's talk about that. On a romantic level, how do they view you? They see you as the Queen of Swords, which is an interesting energy. Not as hard as the Emperor energy, right? The Emperor is like, that's don't mess with it. That's authority. In your relationships, men see you more so as that perfect balance between your head and your heart. You're logical. It's hard to lie to you. It's hard to lie to you. It's hard to get one over on you too. It's like you ain't one of these silly billies out there who just believe everything people tell them to, just because you call me pretty, just because you said I'm good, just because you said you want me, just because you whispered sweet things in my ear, does not mean that I'm gonna actually take you seriously. Okay? I may just sit there and listen to you and nod and agree, but you're keeping tallies on everything they said, and you're looking at that, right, and also weighing that with their actions. And if the actions don't line up with what they're saying, baby, you gotta go. Like you gotta cut it out. With the Queen of Swords, we gotta cut that. I feel like they may call you the cutoff queen. They may. You may have a bad habit of ghosting, especially in the past. Like I'm not even gonna argue with you. I'm just gone, baby. I'm gone. I'm already with somebody else. It's like your exes, they find you to be cold. Your exes you probably broken up. I feel like you probably broken up with people who like spiraled, like out of like just spiraled like mentally, emotionally, because you were so sure about like this isn't for me, and it was so cold with it, so clean that like you may attract like stalker type energy, or like people who become obsessed over you. And that's not your fault, but it's like I think it has something to do with like men who they want to attain you, they want to attract you or be with you because of that power that you have, that sense of self-assuredness. Like they feel like if I can get that one, then I must be the man. If I can get that one, then I must be high value. And then they're not really high value. They're not really nothing. And like when you cut them off, it breaks something in their little ego that was already fragile as hell anyway. And it's like, and you have now they're just a puddle on the floor, like having to deal with their ego, deal with themselves, and then you just over there being happy with somebody else doing something else like fine and ain't got no worries because there was nothing that wrong with you. There's nothing that you did. But I also feel like you also attract men who can keep up intellectually. I feel like you like a smart one. Like you like, it's not just physical with you. It's not just what can you buy me, what can you do for me. No, that's set. Nah. I want to know what's up there. I want to know what your goals are, what your plans are. Somebody who celebrates the wins. Somebody who understands like what your goals are and they help you attain them. They're your cheerleaders. Like you want that. That's what you attract. That's how men view you. They see you as somebody who is very, very intelligent, somebody who has goals in life and for most of y'all actually achieve some of these goals. Like and like you have a clear path of like, I'm working on this. This is what I'm working on right now. This is what I'm doing. Like you're not one of those people who just don't know where they're headed in life. Like that's not you. Never been you. Even when you was a kid, you was like, I want to be this. Like you just know. And you also, they also see you as like, if they don't match that energy, like even when they are balanced men, the good men, if they don't match that, you will drop them off at the next exit and keep on going. Like you don't necessarily keep people around based off of how they used to treat you or what they sit, how they used to be. You are very present and in the now, and you grade people on like, how are you treating me now? Yeah, you were great yesterday, but how are you right now, today? I can't keep you around because you was great yesterday. I have to know that you're good today. And if you're not good, we need to fix that, or I'm gonna drop you off at the next exit. That's how it comes off. That's how they see you. They see you as that. This whole pile: strength, elegance, authoritative. A little bit of softness comes in though, where you do invest a lot in everything that you do, and because you invest so much in what you care about, it takes somebody just as strong for you to be around in terms of like masculine energy, right? But that's what I got for you. Sound off in the comments. Remember, you definitely can use that coupon code DAP20 for 20% off your order at Otter Spirit with this Halloween Mystic collaboration, as well as DAP30 for 30% off of orders over $99. You can always book a personal reading with me if you want one. Remember, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do.
Blessings in all we do. Spirit guide you.
Number 2, welcome to your reading on how do men view you. So you chose the orange Aventurine. I love this one. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Orange Aventurine is going to be connected to the sacral chakra. And it's like all the Aventurines, whether it's green or blue, they represent prosperity. They're lucky stones, so it's luck. They're centered around complete and utter prosperity, and for this one specifically, joy. All of the inserts, all of the bracelets come with the insert, so we're gonna use it as an oracle card. Your affirmation is, I embrace joy and limitless possibilities. Okay, that tracks for Orange Aventurine. The intention is prosperity. The zodiac signs are Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. And it is connected to the sacral chakra, so your emotions, the passion, right? So it activates that sun-like energy with the orange ones. So it encourages like, you manifest possibilities basically with this. Perseverance, support, self-worth, creativity is a big one as well, and self-expression. So very good if you have like say Leo rising, like me, like your chart ruler is the sun, or if you're a Leo anywhere heavy in your chart, 5th house energy very heavy in your chart. If you have a 5th house stellium or something like that, get this. This is going to help you channel that creativity, ground it, and also help you elevate your mood and be more expressive. I feel better just putting it on. But anyway, I'm going to roll these dice for you because the task at hand is we're looking at how men view you. The first energies I want to look at is how you deal with just masculine energy in general, because we all have masculine and feminine energies. Masculine energy is just the the part of you that has a drive, the part of you that goes out and get things, take action, the will to live. What do you strive for? What do you live for? What do you want to, what do you get out there and do? That's masculine energy, right? So we're gonna roll the dice. I dropped it. We're gonna roll the dice and get an energy on you for that. All right, that tracks. I see Saturn and Aries in the 4th house. All right, so Aries is very much a masculine energy when it comes down to the zodiac. So I caught that. So Saturn in Aries in the 4th house, it may speak to and maybe trouble with that side of yourself, challenges with that side of yourself, something very karmic about activating your masculine energy, right? Sometimes we can get too comfortable in the 4th house, like to go out there and do those things that you really want to do. You may have experienced, say, overbearing parents kind of come to mind, or a lot of rules growing up to where you necessarily didn't have a lot of agency to kind of act on the things that you wanted to do, whether it was because of money or because of like your parents were just like, no, you're gonna do this. It's like it feels like that. So as an adult, it still lingers a little bit. Like it's like maybe when you're a young adult, you felt like you had to ask permission on whether or not you could do something still. It's like you're grown. It may have been hard for you to kind of just really express yourself, but as you, for some of y'all, like as y'all kind of came into yourselves, I feel like that changed, You may have just kind of like bust out the door, like, this is what I'm doing, like, and nobody's gonna stop me. It's giving that, like, this is my life. Like you had a few of those moments in your lifetime where you're like, I'm tired, I'm not listening to nobody else, nothing. This is mine. I'm gonna do it for myself. And I see that so heavy with the sun and the star. I love this. I love y'all's energy. You're like a ball of fire. It's great. But men don't always understand that. Like your relationship with men, like actual men, they don't always get that. But I feel like the men that you attract who are healthy, balanced, not insecure, they nurture that in a lot of ways. But we're gonna get into it. The signs I see so far, remember, this bracelet is connected to Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. I also see Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries, Cancer, and Taurus. The star that comes up as like your relationship with the masculine energy itself is very healing. You have to heal a lot of things about your masculine energy or your relationship to it. So you may have had a hard relationship with your father or a father figure or adult men when you're younger. Take that however it resonates with you. You may have had to struggle through maybe a trauma or something like that with men and feeling safe around men for somebody. And that situation was not your fault. There's nothing you could have done to prevent that if that was the case. But that star card says that it filled you up with so much capacity to heal and heal other people once you kind of work through that wound. And I feel like a lot of y'all have. Like I said, take this however it resonates with you. I'm not even talking in specifics, but I know I'm talking to somebody. You have really overcome, like, say, any restrictions that you have that involve the masculine, feeling disempowered, feeling like you had no control. It's like you've taken that back and turned it into something that's very real and very healing and very hopeful. I do feel like people come into your life, men and women come into your life for you to tap into that and show them an aspect of themselves, whether they are actively looking for it or not. Is like you show them something very, very profound about healing that part of themselves, whether it's controlling men or men who lack the ambition. It's like there's something about you that helps people put it into perspective in almost a karmic way. Clarify the star. Clarify the star. I see the 8 of Wands. I dropped a bunch of cards. And the Ace of Cups. You also have this ability to manifest situations very quickly. When your heart is connected to it, remember we're talking about masculine energy in this part of the reading in the sense of like going out there and getting something, taking action. For you, it's not passive, but it is almost like whenever you decide that you want to do something, it's almost like the universe lays it out in front of you, almost like here it is, do this, this, and this. It's like it's a pure path. If it's for you, you really know it's for you because it comes quick. You manifest it quick. But it has to be situations where your whole heart is in it, and it's something that feeds your spirit, feeds your soul. It's like the universe opens up for you and like, yes, my child, come. You know, so whenever you face a lot of restriction, a lot of tension, a lot of like pushback, it's not to say that it's not for you, but it's saying like the things that are truly for you and part of your path and the things you should focus on, they open up for you like that. That's almost like your calling card. If it is for you, it comes kind of easy. Even if it's not easy, there's a clear path towards it, you know? If you can't figure out a path towards it, it's like that should be a message to you. That should be like a light bulb going off. Like, okay, either my way of obtaining it is off, my intentions behind why I want this thing or need this thing are off. I need to check that. But it's like you talk to the universe without knowing you're talking to the universe, just by gauging how things come in for you, you know. But your relationship with platonic men, like how do platonic men view you? This is your coworkers, your family members, neighbors, friends. They see you as the King of Pentacles, with the Three of Pentacles clarifying it. You're helpful, you're loyal, you're stable. You are somebody who, when you connect with a person, you're there for them, and you're very honest as well. This is also the energy of somebody who has things, or like say physical thing, like you don't mind, like you may have like the cool pad, like the place where like, hey, everyone come over, I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna put some on the grill, I'm gonna bake something, whatever it is, we're gonna watch movies. It's like people just like to be in your house. People like to lay up under you, like it's platonic men, like your homeboys and stuff. Like they like to just be under you. They feel comfortable around you, which in turns make them feel like you are also really helpful to them in the sense of like they can open up to you. There's something about you provide a super safe space for them, and they don't feel like they have to perform around you, you know? Like that's the thing that you hate the most, like be real or get out. It's like be real or get out. I don't like performative men like in my life, like especially the ones that are going to be around me on a platonic level, like my brothers and my friends and like I need you to be completely honest with me at all times. I want to know what I'm dealing with. It's like that. It's like, but it comes so easy. You don't have to say that. It's like they just feel like they can, and that's a beautiful energy. Death comes up with that. You also, you're the one that people go to whenever there's transformation, like around the corner. Whenever they have like things that they are in transition from, like say breakups or like big moves in their lives or big changes in their life. Like you're the one that helps them stay grounded and centered and basically tell them it's gonna be all right. But you also have an edge of truth to you as well. You like, don't ask me if you don't want to know, because baby, I'm gonna tell you. And sometimes you ain't gotta ask me, I'm still gonna tell you. If I love you, I'm like you're the type of friend that gets them right. Like I don't mind letting you know where you're messing up or where you're doing good. It's like, but you don't do it in a harsh way. Like I don't take that Ace of Swords as a harsh way of saying it. I see it as a way of you just being honest. You just talk, you know. Like you let yourself be free to do that. And I think that's one of the reasons why you are loved. But now romantically, because that's a different thing. Romantically speaking, this love interest, partners, exes, they see you as the sun in reverse. Sometimes you have so much light, and you're so bright, and you're so self-assured sometimes that weaker men, at least in relationship wise, like when it comes down to attracting men for romance, if they're insecure, sometimes on a subconscious level, all they want to do is snuff it out, put it in a jar, throw it away. It's like there are men out there who see you as great as you are, and they want to destroy that. they want to corrupt that. I don't know why. And I think that's maybe an energy that will resonate with you when you were younger, especially. But like there are men out there who, when they see this big ball of light and they don't know what to do with it, so they just want to snuff it out. It's almost like being in the dark for 2 days, like being in a dark hotel room for like 2 days, and like you open the door because you got to check out, and like the sun is so bright, all this is annoying the hell out of you. It's like, oh my god, this turn it off. It's like it hurts them, you know. Why? Because it shines light on the things they've been doing. It shines light, which is truth, on the actual person that they are. They can't sit in the sun because they don't want people to see them. You see them. On the flip side, romantic men can't get enough of you, just whether they're like that or if they are actually good men. What they love about you is that same spark of joy, that same spark of light. You have this confidence, this this is je ne sais quoi, this certain sense of like power, and it is just what it is. And it's like, even with the Ten of Swords that comes up with it, it's like even when you've been hurt, it's like you still have this light behind your eyes. I do feel like the Five of Pentacles comes up as well. You also attract men who may not always have the most going on for themselves, like maybe who aren't the most successful, but you do attract men who are the most genuine. It's like, I feel like in your relationships, you don't necessarily attract with I guess, I don't want to come like the full package, like, oh, you got money and you nice. It's like you mainly gravitate toward men who have a good heart, you know, men who understand a certain amount of suffering and learn how to appreciate things through that suffering, if that makes sense. Like, not saying that that you date men who don't have nothing. It's more like you date men who understand the value of what's important and do so with gratitude. And because they see you that way, they see you as somebody who has been broken down. They see you as someone who has been like taken advantage of or hurt in the past, and you still have the most beautiful, pure heart that they've ever met. So it's like they may say, you're just a nice person. Oh my God, you're just so sweet. And you get chased a lot. The Knight of Wands, you get chased a lot. Probably to the point where you're like, I wish you would just go away. Like, I'm not interested. Like especially when you're not in the mood. It's like and it's not even about your physical appearance. It's just like there's something that emanates from you that people just it warms them up like the sun. And so you have a lot of options when you don't even know you have options. I think you have a lot of secret crushes, secret lovers, secret fascinations and admirations that sometimes turn a little obsessive. You may have had a stalker before, and I would believe it. Like, because like I think men idealize you. Men will idealize you, put you on a pedestal, and certain men, when you finally give in, when you finally cave, when you finally say, okay, let's do it, they walk away because the fantasy that they had in their mind, this super exalted, super on a pedestal person, perfect person that they imagine you to be, it's not reality. So you've had to go through the pain of like, I was connecting, what did I do wrong? You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. They projected their fantasies on you because it's so easy to, because you have so much light. It's much easier to make a good person seem perfect than a bad person, you know? And it's just what it is. So you just keep being you. But the signs I see, all of them, I'm not even gonna list them. I've saw so many signs. Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, all the water signs. Just, if it resonates, it resonates. Sound off in the comments something how this resonated. If it resonated, remember guys, you can use the coupon code DAP20 for 20% off your order at Otter Spirit. 30% off orders over $99. Tell them DAP sent you. You can always book a personal reading too. But remember, if you got spirit, what? Spirit got you. Blessings in all we do. Bye.
Divination, he got you. Yes, he do. If you got...
What up, pile number 3? Welcome to your reading on how do men view you. You chose the leopard skin Jasper. It's beautiful. It is a very grounding stone. It's a very earthy stone connected to the root and the heart chakra. They all came with this little oracle card here. I'm using it as an oracle card. They all come with these inserts to explain like your crystal bracelet. The affirmation says, I stay strong through life's changes. Absolutely. This is a very protective stone, by the way. The intention here is strength. It connects to Scorpio, Aries, Capricorn, and Virgo. I'll also add Taurus because of its connection to the earth energy. It supports like self-honesty, awareness, and past tensions. It helps heal you from the old emotional wounds that you're ready to move past. It can also be a very a grounding stone that helps you make better decisions in terms of like what's going to be best for you, and shields you from negative influences. It connects you to spirit guides as well, especially if you are have a thing with cats. I have a thing with cats, like they follow me. It's weird, but so you may be a cat person, or cats may think you're a cat person. So there's something specific about that for me intuitively. But we're gonna look at this reading from a perspective of like how do men view you, yes, but also how do you interact with masculine energy. I rolled the dice and you got North Node in Capricorn in the 5th house. That's actually my exact placement, so I know this energy very, very well. What it's saying to me is like North Node in the 5th house. North Node in general is going to be whenever you feel like you are aligned with your true calling, your soul path. A lot of times it's uncomfortable. You know, it's getting out of your comfort zone and into a brand new lesson in this lifetime that you've never learned before. And so North Node in the 5th house can be very heavily tied to creativity and children, but it also connects karmically to your love life in the sense of like dating. Not like love is in like the 7th house where it's like partnerships and marriage. The 5th house is more romance. It's the steps that you take before you get to the 7th house, you know? It's like the courting and the hookups and that thing, you know? So like it's saying that for you, more than most people, you learn life's lessons the hardest and you learn more about yourself through the people that you attract in dating. So it could be like there could be somebody that you have met like and dated maybe for a year, a couple of months, or even less than that, and they have the power. Those connections have the power to really shape who you are in the sense of like knowing yourself. You know, like you learn those lessons hardest whenever you're dealing with that side of life. You know, so especially if you've had like a chaotic dating life in the past when you're younger, it hits hard. When you're younger, especially as you get older, it may shift into like, say, putting that energy into more artistic things, like maybe talking about your past dating experiences or integrating that into art or something like that. But it's in Capricorn, so it's supposed to be in a very grounded way. You're a very grounded person who attracts crazy situations when it comes down to like men. You're a very grounded person, but you attract crazy things when it comes down to men. I feel like that's a message for somebody. But I don't want to stay too long on the divination dice, but you're meant to learn how to mix pleasure with a sense of roundedness. You're meant to enjoy joy, like experience great joy and pleasure, but in a contained space where it's like it helps you ascend and it doesn't necessarily break you down. You know what I'm saying? You can also help people in that area, like say giving good love advice. It could be something that you turn into like a whole thing for you. But I'm talking somewhat specific there. But the Fool comes up as your relationship with men or masculine energy in general. That's your own masculine energy. That's external. It comes up as the Fool. So when it comes up as a Fool for me, it's like saying masculine energy is whenever you go out and get something, whenever you want to do something, take action, it's your drive, it's your will to live, it's like it's all of that, you know? Everyone has masculine energy. Yours is like the Fool. You're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. It's like you take initiative on a lot of things. And maybe even in dating, like you may be one of those people who's like, you don't wait for someone to just come and hit on you, or you don't wait for someone to come pick you up. It's like, no, if you like somebody, you look at them, they look at you, you gonna say something about it. Like you don't necessarily care about the whole like I don't want to chase. It's like, no, you may like the chase, you know, you may, and it's not chasing, putting in initiative. Telling someone that you care about them or telling someone that you're into them is not chasing, you know. It's not. It's like men don't always want to just sit around and have to do all the work, you know, like it's not fair and it's not chasing. But I feel like you understand that more than anybody else, so I don't know why I'm explaining that so much. But the energy of that Fool is like also you kind of go into things, even through all the pain and all the hurt and all the disappointments you've gone through, you still manage to meet a situation, like new situations, with optimism and like almost like a childlike wonder. You know, it doesn't stop you from being pure-hearted. And I think a lot of people would be jaded at some of the things that you've gone through. They would be bitter. You don't become bitter. You just try even harder to find the things that you want. In relationships and jobs, men, whatever. So that's your relationship with masculine energy in itself. And it's very attractive, right? I think sometimes you may have been on the other end of that where maybe you've been a little bit hesitant or maybe even a little bit reckless sometimes. Maybe we all go through phases. You know, there's a shadow side to everything. But for the most part, you show up for yourself. And that's half the battle, is just showing up for yourself. Knowing what you want and showing up for it, it gets you very far. Execution wise, I don't know, but like just showing up for yourself gets you closer to where you want to be. And platonic men, how they view you, like that's your friends and your family members and your neighbors, coworkers. They see you as the magician. And the magician here is like saying like they see you as being so capable. You have a lot of masculine energy. Even if you're a female, you have a lot of masculine energy and you have a lot of fight. I'm trying to pick this card up that I dropped. Hold on. The Five of Swords fell out my hands as I was talking about the magician. So that's interesting. It's like saying you put up a good fight. If it's something that you want, it's like your opponents underestimate you. Like with men, you don't feel intimidated to the point where like you just hush up. No, it doesn't matter. Like you gonna say something, and like a lot of times I think it goes against maybe how you maybe present yourself. Like you may be a female, you may be very, very feminine, you know, sweet as pie, but like don't get it twisted. Like I'm not intimidated by you. You're not scary. Like there's something about that, especially when there's something that you feel like gets in the way of what you want. Like that when other men try to dominate, when other men try to like lay down the law, like platonically, we're still talking about platonic men. Maybe growing up in your life, your friends, whatever, like men get that thing in them when they feel like they got to control something. This is all men. Like this is something we do. You shut that down. You say, baby, who you talking to? That's not, no, absolutely not. You have like, you probably cut off family members because of stuff like that. You don't do very well with controlling insecure men because they see you as a threat. Even family members, like siblings, anybody, like coworkers especially, like they see you as a threat to their own masculinity just because you know what you want and who you are. You know, this will especially kind of hit if you're like a male watching this, especially like maybe a gay male. Like they try to put you in a box, so they try to like assume that you're some kind of way and that you'd be easy to kind of like walk all over, and you're not. Like don't get it twisted. Like the Temperance card comes up for whether you're male or female, because it's saying like you've integrated both sides of yourself. This pile has integrated both sides of themselves. You are equally feminine and masculine. You know what I'm saying? Like you know how to pull out which side, whatever side you need whenever you need it. There's a softness to this, but there's also a certain sense of like authority with yourself, and it's almost regal. You know, it's almost regal. It's like people respect you without knowing why they need to respect you. Like you don't have to say much for people to just understand like, oh, this is the one. You come in like, it gives me the vibe of someone like you can just be out and about and like people asking you like, where's this, where's that, like you work there, and like, why I don't know, I'm not even dressed in a uniform. Like, why do you think I work here? I do not work here. Or like it's your actual job where you do work. It's like people may assume that you have more power than you do. Like you run the show and you may not. And you're like, oh, I'm not in charge. You just kind of give off that energy like you just do. You know, it's an aura about you. It's not even a personality thing. It's an aura. And so you have that strength within you. But I also feel like the platonic men who are actually here for you and they love you and they're there for you, they love you because you provide so much structure to them. I feel like you give them an emotional support, let them know it's okay for them to feel their feelings, but you also tell them when to get up and go do something, you know? It's like you provide that for them and it's invaluable. Now, romantic men, they get a little different. They get a little different. You got the King of Cups. On my end, it's kind of showing, it's giving me more reversed vibes, giving me more like the shadow side of it all. Because of your strength and because of who you are, I feel like you do attract, for karmic lessons, you know, like just you do attract men who are either very emotional, like when I say emotional, not like sensitive emotional, but like emotionally manipulative. You know, like they can understand emotions and they can understand like empathy, but they may turn it inward and use it for themselves or use it as a manipulative tactic. You also may attract men romantically who shut down emotionally, like they like emotionally unavailable, discard, withdraw, that kind of thing. And it's for a reason. Your higher self attracts these type of men because I feel like you are meant to see like what it's like to have an imbalance there. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't always attract that, but I feel like a lot of times you do attract energy where like those men are either unavailable or they're overwhelmingly like emotionally manipulative or just emotionally unstable, you know? And I think it's to get you to see a part of yourself that needs that kind of healing, because I feel like you probably have to endure a lot in terms of like, say, your relationships like where you feel like you had to carry the relationships up, like emotionally, like I'm investing more than in this than I feel they are. I feel like I care more than they do, and that may not be the case, but it's like that's how you end up feeling. I see the Seven of Wands in reverse. I think now you build up walls against those types of energies. But it's like I think those emotionally starved men also attract you because you feel like a day at the spa for them. You feel like it's like a phone that's running like on 5% and just got plugged up into the wall, and you're like, oh my god, I can feel, oh, it's rejuvenating, it's everything. It's like your energy just feeds them, and it's almost parasitic because they're not able to give back to you in the way that you're giving to them just by being around them. So I feel like you've attracted a lot of that. But men also view you as a as a little bit of like a well that's those never dry, they'll never empty, a cup that never runs empty. And that's not true. We don't have just a never-ending supply of energy. You know, love is unconditional, but my energy is not. And so you've had to learn that lesson. I think you are a healer. I think you are somebody who just make people feel good in general. And I think when you get into like connections with people, you feel like you can kind of feel that space for them too, and you can't. You know, it's like they have to come in with a full cup as well. And I think you've already learned that. But I see the Wheel of Fortune for you with how you're seen by men romantically. They see you as like, I hit the jackpot, because I feel like you are attractive physically, but you also are attractive spiritually and emotionally. You kind of hit all the points for them, check off all the boxes. But the thing about it is, a lot of times you never feel like all your boxes get checked. So I think if that's how you really feel, you need to maybe do some reflecting and some discerning, and know and understand that there are people out there. There are men out there who will match your energy. You don't have to lower yourself or your standards or anything like that, because there are men who will equally pour into you, you know, whenever you are ready to look to accept them. Whenever you are ready to actually accept the part of yourself as well. Because I feel like we don't attract what we are. We don't attract what we want. We attract what we are. So on that note, I'm going to end it here. I see Sagittarius, I see Aquarius, I see Scorpio, I see all the water signs, right? So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and all the signs that was on this card: Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Yeah, I think it's all of them basically. So sign up in the comments if this resonated. Thank you so much, Otter Spirit, for sponsoring the video. You can find the codes to their site. You get 20% off with my code DAP20, as well as 30% off of orders $99 or more with the code DAP30. I'll see you on the other side. You can always book a personal reading. I love you. I mean it. And remember, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings and all we do. Bye.